Hello, my darling cubies. Feeling a wee bit down today. I'm taking today off because I really don't feel good. My brain is like, it's like Silent Hill up there, man. The fog is very dense. I sat here and stared at my phone for a good few minutes before I was like, what was I doing? And then I remembered. Only when I closed out of the app and then I was like, oh, wait, now I remember. And then I had to reopen it. Don't mind that, just crippled noises. Shoot. I'm kind of cold. I don't know if I showed you guys what I'm doing with that doily, the postmortem doily. I'm adding webs to go down the center of it. I'm actually designing a lace blanket, like a gothic lace blanket out of this. And once it's done, I plan on writing up the pattern. Actually, like, truthfully, the pattern's dead easy to figure out. It's literally just a combination of a bunch of different patterns, actually. It's just I'm putting them into my own design. Like, so it'll be a coffin-shaped blanket, but it'll be very large. And this will be at the center. And there'll be webs going down the center stripe of the coffin. So yeah. That's kind of what I'm doing today. Just keeping it casual, keeping it simple, chilling. See, I contemplate doing live streams crocheting, but I feel like it would be so boring. Like, everyone would get so bored. I mean, clearly, like, my content where I'm studying is also dead boring, but at least it serves a practical purpose for us neurodivergent people out there. It helps to have someone to mirror. External motivation and all. It's almost like peer pressure, but in like the most positive way. Shoot. Yeah, no, come tomorrow, I'm probably not going to remember most of today. When that fog is this heavy, that's usually how it goes. It's like, oh, okay, you lost a day, maybe a day and a half, maybe two, who knows? And then you're like staring into the void, wondering what happened for the past few days. Like, where did they go? No, but it's cold in here. It keeps going back and forth between being hot and cold, and it's driving me insane. And to try to regulate my temperature, what I'm gonna do is turn up the AC to maintain a warmer temperature. Right now I have it set to 75. Outside's fairly warm. I have the glass sliding door almost entirely ajar. Of course, there's a screen in because I ain't looking to get stung today, not by no bee. I only got one EpiPen. And I don't know when I'd be able to get one again. So no, that's not it. Especially since right now, the way I'm feeling, I wouldn't even be able to have enough of the wherewithal to even save my own life in that situation. Because it's like, I mean, already I'm shaky and weak, but my brain is super foggy too. I will sit there for hours I've lost many hours today, actually. It is currently 1:30. It's 1:30. I lost so many hours today, and most of it was just staring into space, trying to remember what I wanted to do. That's the sad part. Most of it, I've just been sitting there staring into space, wondering what I want to do. Absurd. Let's see. But yeah, as you guys can see, the swelling's gone down. I've my weird trick with making there be rules kind of has helped with the compulsion a little bit. Kind of like when a person is like, well, I can't give up soda entirely, so I guess I'll drink diet to lessen the impact. It is like that kind of energy, I feel like. But yeah, so here we go. So here's some spiderweb lace. And let me show you guys the drawing that I drew, because I actually drew up a sketch for my plans regarding the design. My hands don't want to work. That's okay. My whole body's mostly numb. Now it's hot in here. Okay, I took the blanket off. I'm regulating again. We're good. It's always trial and error every day to find the new balance, because every day there's a new ratio that I need to manage to balance out in a very precise manner, or I'm in for a very uncomfortable day sensory-wise as far as temperature intolerances go. It'll be either too hot or too cold. I very rarely ever see a sweet spot in between. I never, like, did I draw it in here? I really thought I did. Maybe I didn't. Well, look at that. I'm a liar. Where did I draw that thing? Y'all, I lost it. I lost my sketch. Well, you know what this means. Time to make a new one. Here's a nice big sketchbook. Nice and empty. Yeah, like half the time I'm not even sure what it is that I'm doing anymore. Yeah, I've got these like little, like, they're like leggings, but they're shorts. I think that's like the coolest invention ever. Because it's like, it's too hot for actual leggings, but I don't want clothes that feel too clothy to me. Okay, now that was so weird. It's gonna drive me insane. Okay, I need to drop it. I need to drop it. Just draw a new design. So we've got our little skelly boy. Now it's only just like a doodly type of drawing to kind of flesh out an idea. Or a concept, just to give us a little bit of direction, but it's not going to be dead accurate to what it's going to really look like, because like I said, I'm just basing this off of direction. And there's the little squiggly lace that goes around the postmortem doily that, like I said, is at the center here. I made a little stick figure. You guys are probably looking at this like, what the fuck? You know, because it's like, I don't know, I'm the real artsy type, and here I am just drawing a stick figure to let him hold his place within the coffin. And then, so... But yeah, was feeling a little bit down, so I figured I'd pick up the camera and start recording for y'all. Because, you know, if the thoughts get too bad, I at least have the obligation of YouTube to keep me here. I know, yesterday was such a good day. It was bound to crash down eventually. It always is. Okay. Oh, yes, I remember where I left off on here. I might add shamrocks to it as well. It's not very straight, but that's kind of how it's gonna go. And then what I'm thinking is maybe this part will go up towards the top, and then it will be framed and filled in with like at the side areas, but this will be like dead top. I don't know yet though. I might be wrong. Because I'm still, like I said, coming up with the plans as I go along. And so, as a result, the plans are still not certain. Oops. And yes. Okay. But yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do now to entertain myself once this video is done, because yeah. Anyway, so that's an update on my crochet. Another crochet thing that I'm working on is a cardigan. This is one half of it. See, this is what it looks like when the halves are spread out. And here's the other half of it, which has already gotten dark green. This one will be catching up shortly after. So what I do is I ping pong back and forth between the two. That way, if I run out of yarn while I'm working on one side for a particular color, it doesn't screw over the other side. Because this one, I do want it to be symmetrical. I do plan on doing asymmetrical ones in the future, but not this time. I want it all to be matching, all one color. All one set of colors, anyway. Like, both sides have to match. At least for me. For this one specifically, I was going with some autumn tones. Okay, now you guys are updated on my crochet. Oh, I almost forgot. I've also learned a new stitch recently. It's a strawberry stitch. And of course, I have the foundation row being dark brown because that's what's going to be around the cuff. Because this is a sleeve. And it shall be a sweater. Kinda. What I'm doing is I'm making strawberry stitch crochet sleeves to put onto my white denim jacket. This one. It's a little grungy. It got left on the floor and whatever got on it didn't come out. Like, got some smudgy dirt going on, but that's okay. I plan on covering most of it up anyway. I'm contemplating dyeing this like a nice dark emerald green, actually. Because, girl, I don't need to be wearing white. Not regularly like that. But yeah, so that's it. That's this time I'm serious. That's the last of my crochet updates at the present moment. But there will be more in the future. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and if there's any kind of content you want to see specifically, like you want to see me drawing, you want to like would like me to like maybe do covers of songs and stuff, like I can definitely do that. And those are things I would like to do. It's just I need to be sure that like my tiny audience won't jump ship the moment that things like I start like exploring my more creative outlets. But yes, I draw, I sew, I crochet, and I sing. And so any of those things I could do on the YouTube. And then there's also the side of it that pertains to the intellectual components of who I am. And that's where God just stole all my words. I wish I could recall. But yeah, so, oh yeah, academic stuff and intellectual type stuff. That's where I'll probably doing an analytical stuff about society, media, pop culture, etc., and as well as analyzing the behavioral patterns of and discussing the behavioral patterns of various personalities who are well known, even if it's not like, you know, Matthew McConaughey well known, but it's well known. Also, did I ever tell you guys that Matthew McConaughey is my cousin? Like, I can't remember if I told you guys that. My great grandma, Valentine, she was a McConaughey before she married my grandpa, Valentine. And if we lived in a world where the way that it would make sense for me anyway, if the world worked in a more matrilineal kind of way, yes, I know I butchered the word, my tongue is not letting me pronounce it right. I know for a fact that I would be right now a McConaughey rather than a Valentine. And so as a result of that, and because I am a stubborn bitch and I refuse to let that name be lost in our family just because a woman happened to be the one to inherit that name, nah, we're McConaughey's regardless, you know? I mean, in my opinion, I think that, like, I don't know, but he's like third or fourth cousin, which is pretty dope. Not gonna lie. I think it's funny every time people be quoting him and shit, and I'll be like, oh shit, y'all quoting my cousin. I won't be saying it out loud like that, though. Not necessarily, not always. Just people that, like, I actually know and that I know it won't, like, be bothersome to. Charlie Gold couldn't pronounce, I was in the stream last night, and Charlie Gold was like, oh wow, your name looks so, like, seems so important and nice, and or something like that. I'm paraphrasing. I'm really paraphrasing now. And then, let's see. But she went to read out the name. She said the double first name, by the way. The Anna Lee Rose said the double first name as God intended. Jordy needs to step it up. I'm being silly. This video is so cringe. Like, I haven't even finished the video yet, and I'm already cringing. I'm so sorry, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. If you guys watched this whole thing, then not only am I impressed, but, well, unless you guys are here for the cringe. But I doubt that. I don't have that kind of audience. My cringe isn't problematic cringe. I just ramble too much. I get overly excited when someone's like, actually says my name correctly. Oh, it's raining. But yeah, I get really excited when people say my name correctly and everything. Because, like I said, the double first name often gets overlooked, so everyone's just like, Anna Lee, and it's like, you know what, just call me Annie. If you're going to be that lazy, just call me Annie. That's how I see it. Like, pardon me. Soda. This video might get privated later because I'm probably going to look at this tomorrow and be like, what the fuck was I thinking? And then I'll have to remind myself that, in fact, I wasn't. I can barely keep a train of thought. That bitch jumped the rails a long time ago and is on her side and rolling as we speak. Down a hill or some shit. I don't know. Damn, that rain really picking up now. Soon before the end of the month, I have to move out of this dorm and into my new dorm, but they haven't told me anything about that yet. And furthermore, I don't have help, and I'm a fucking cripple, and I'm anxious. And I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't have a vehicle either. Not one that runs anyway. Petunia's out in the lot, but her battery died. Anyway, see you guys in the next one. Bye. Stay safe and have a good one. Yeah, no, I feel like I was going to say something else, but I lost it. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.